Hello and welcome back, or welcome if you're new. If you're new here, my name is Elena. I'm the homeschooling mama to 3 kiddos, and here on the channel we talk about everything from homeschooling to homemaking, all the things in between. And in this video I'm going to share with you what the freezer meals that we prepped for, I believe, August looked like when they were cooked up and how we kind of prepared the dishes. So ideally I would meal plan for the month, do our grocery shopping, and from our meal plan I pick a couple of meals that can be easily freezer prepped, made ahead of time, and then easily thrown into the slow cooker or the Instant Pot. I believe in this video I ended up using the Instant Pot for every single dish maybe except one. So I usually try to share with you as much as I can of the process, so grocery hauls, recaps of how our month went, and this time around, oh, and the freezer meals, when I prep the freezer meals. This time around, I thought I would share with you what the meals look like when we cook them up and how that all works for us. So let's jump in and I'll show you some of these meals. Okay, so here I have, let me just move it back for you. This is the Hawaiian chicken that we made. I had it defrosting, and so I'm gonna put this in first, just dump it into our Instant Pot. And then for the liquid, I'm gonna put the liquid in my bag first, just to get some of this stuff that sticks to the side. So I'm gonna go put like a cup of water in my bag and then swish it around, put it in here. Okay, so I got like a cup of water, and I'm just gonna swish it around in here and then put it in. That's probably way more than I need, but that's fine. Better a little more than not enough. So we got the chicken in, and then we're gonna put that in, make sure we're on sealing, and then I'm gonna hit the poultry button. 27 minutes, that should be fine. I'm gonna let that cook, and then we'll see what we serve with it, because I'm still not quite sure yet. I ended up adding a little bit more pineapple to the rice and just a smidge of the juice, and I'm letting it kind of evaporate a little bit while it stays warm. I kind of really want to add sweet peas to this, but I'm not sure if the flavors would mesh well. I think because I want some green in there. I am going to serve it for my husband and my oldest son with green onions, but my 2 youngest don't like it, so that's why I think I'm still looking for the green. But I'll plate up my 2 littles because they're ready to eat, and if I remember, I'll try to plate up when I plate up my oldest, I'll show you his. Okay, so here are my younger 2s. Again, I feel like it's missing the green, but it's okay. I think they're gonna like it. I'm gonna serve them up. Make sure it's cool before you guys taste it. Oh, I think my daughter's tasting it first. Oh, hot. Chicken is thumbs up. How about the rice? You want to taste the rice for me? Yet. Too close to it. Oh, but we have 2 thumbs up. Awesome sauce. You like 4. She likes it too. So 4. Awesome. Great. I'm glad you guys like it. Okay. So the green onions don't make that big of a difference when you serve it in a bowl. And I do want to note that my littles, they ate almost all of their rice, and then they were getting towards the end and they were like, oh, this is kind of spicy now. So I think the ginger kind of creeps up on you. So just wanted to give a warning of that too. But my husband tasted it. He likes it, but we like a little heat in our food. So just wanted to give a warning about the rice. If you decide to put ginger in it, maybe not so much, or maybe omit it altogether. Okay, in here I have just dumped the cornbread casserole mix. I defrosted it in the refrigerator overnight. It's a little solid here. I'm gonna cook that down and get the ground turkey cooked all the way. When I do the freezer prep meals this time around, I did it backwards. I usually cook the ground turkey for the cornbread casserole, and then I also did a no bean chili, and that's the one that I usually cook the ground beef the day of that we're gonna cook it. But it's okay, I had already prepped it and then I realized it afterwards, so we're just gonna cook it down a little bit right now. I am getting the later start than usual, but we're gonna make it work. So I'm gonna get this going and cook it through. Okay, this just took a few minutes. It's cooked through and bubbling away. I put the lid on so it would cook a little faster too, but we have to run out, so I am just going to turn the flame off, let it cool down, and I have my cornbread mix ready to go, so when I come back, hopefully, all we have to do is put it together and then put it in the oven. Okay, so I've just put in our cornbread mix that we usually have in the pantry. Well, I make it the months that I know for sure we're gonna have it, but if it'll keep for a while, I'd like to have it just prepped on the pantry. But anyways, here's our cornbread mix. I'm gonna add in an egg, a cup of milk, and then the original recipe I think calls for vegetable oil, but I'm gonna go ahead and use this olive oil, and I think it's a 1/3 cup of oil and a cup of milk. And so we're gonna mix that all together. Okay, so I just poured it into a baking dish here, and then I have the cornbread mix already mixed up, and I'm gonna go ahead and layer it on. I'm kind of doing it single-handed. I'm too lazy to go up and grab. I'm in a rush, really, to grab the tripod. So I'm just gonna pour it on here, and then we're gonna stick it in the oven at 400 degrees. And I put her in the oven. I'm gonna let it cook for 25 minutes, and then we'll check it. Okay, it is cooked. It looks like, yeah, it is cooked all the way through. I just have it resting in the oven because we needed to cook it, and then I actually had my son turn it off. I had to run out. So the tips here, oh no, I thought they might have gotten a little extra crisp, but I think it's totally fine. So I will show you what it looks like plated. It's not the prettiest, but it is definitely tasty, and usually there are no leftovers when we have this, which is great. It's great that everybody loves it, not that we don't have leftovers, is what I meant by that. So it isn't the prettiest, like I said, when it's plated, but it is delicious. I served it, and my oldest was like, oh yes, I love this one. So this is his plate. He's gonna eat that up, and I'm sure he'll probably gobble down some more. All right, I got my Instant Pot going, and we've taken out honey soy chicken for tonight. Here's what it's looking like. It's defrosted a little bit, not too much. The chicken definitely still frozen. I'm gonna go ahead and put that in here. Okay, and then I'm working one-handed here. So I used the cup of water, and I put it in the Ziploc bag first and swished it around to get all of the last seasonings that may have been sticking to the bag in here. We're gonna cover this. And then I think we will, let's see what poultry is set at, 27 minutes? I think that'll work. We'll put that in for there. And then of course, you want it on sealing, make sure that's done. I'm also on the side going to just, in the rice cooker, half a cup of quinoa and half a cup of brown rice, and cook that up too. Alrighty, so I just give it a quick little chop. Here's what we're looking at. So I've got this going, and I will serve that over some quinoa rice. Here is our quinoa and brown rice. And then I think our green onions. Yeah, can you see our green onions growing out there? I might snip a few off and give some to my oldest. He likes green onions on it, but my other two do not. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the kiddo served, and I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, and here's what it's looking like. I should have probably made like green beans or broccoli to go with it, but I'm a bad mom and I didn't make veggies tonight. So here's what they're gonna have for dinner. We're all gonna have it, but I'm just serving the kids right now because they're ready to go. They're ready to eat. Oh my gosh. Maybe I should eat too, because the words are hard. This is actually the leftover honey soy chicken, and I thought I would go ahead and show you what we're going to do with this. All I did was throw it into a pan here with the juice that was there, and I'm kind of warming it up and letting the juices cook off or soak more into the chicken. And then I think I'm going to put this over some salad greens and make a sort of fake Asian salad with it. Okay, so this is how we turned it into a salad. I just added the chicken onto a bed of greens, and then we had some mandarin oranges. These are actually canned. We are out of fresh ones, but luckily we had a can in there. And then I have a little bit, I don't know if you can see it in here, some of the like crispy fried noodles. So I put some of that on for crunch. And then we have a little bit more of this Asian style vinaigrette, but that I have another vinaigrette for them as well. And so that's how we're gonna make dinner tonight, using up leftovers, but in a different sort of way. All right, tonight's is gonna be a no bean chili. I could have put this in the slow cooker, but honestly, I didn't because I didn't wanna wash the slow cooker. So the Instant Pot is smaller in footprint size here, so we're gonna throw it in the Instant Pot. I'm just gonna dump it all in. Put a little water in here so that I get the last little bits that might be left in there. Pour that in, and then that should be about a cup at least of liquid in there. So I just need to warm it through because this one, I did cook the ground turkey before I froze it. So it should be good to go. As long as we plug it in. So let's plug it in, put it on ceiling, not venting, because my littles have paused the TV and they are anxious to get going. We're gonna cook it for, let's just do like 8 minutes, and I'm sure that'll be warm enough. Okay, I just opened the lid. The pressure kind of released on its own. And here is what we are looking at. Sorry, it's gonna fog up the camera a little, but it's looking pretty good. If my youngest would eat beans, but I think beans would be delicious in this, but he's not a big fan of beans. So we usually just serve it up to him like this. And then you can add your favorite toppings. So if you use sour cream, you can use sour cream. We usually use Greek yogurt instead of sour cream. Onions, avocado, whatever you want. And here's our finished product. That's bell pepper she's got there. And we ended up bringing it to the park. So I put it in a container for them and then brought their chips on the side.
It's tasty, Mom.
Good baby. So that's what we're doing. Okay, I didn't actually plan on showing this, but I haven't edited the video yet, so I thought I would throw this in there. This is the leftover no bean chili. I made some dough, some bread dough. I flattened it out and then I just cut it this way, so I'm gonna braid it over. So I've poured just a little bit of non-dairy cheese down first, and then, let me see if I can get you a whole, like, how long it is. So I took one loaf or one dough mix, and it makes 2 loaves for me. So I cut it in half and rolled one dough completely flat, and I'm just pouring this down the middle. It's gonna kind of be, maybe, I'm hoping, some kind of sloppy Joe mix, and I'll let you know how it comes out. Okay, so it's really thin. If I had more time, I would let it just sit and rise for a little bit longer, but we don't have that much time. It's already gonna be 5 and these kiddos need to eat. So I filled it more, a little more than I probably should have, but I was at that weird spot where I didn't have enough to like put a whole another sandwich together. I guess I could have pieced it out, but anyways, it's super stuffed. So I have a feeling this is gonna get super messy in the oven, but I will show you how it turns out. Okay, I ended up putting this one on the pan that has a little bit of a lip to it. My stove needs to be cleaned, and then I put it on parchment paper because I knew that it was gonna kind of leak out a little because it was saucy. So underneath is probably getting a little bit soggy. I'm gonna start cutting right now and serving the kiddos. Our AC is kicking on too. This one just has ham and cheese, but let's get this sliced up so I can show you the inside too. Okay, so we sliced it up. My son took a bite already. Here's the inside looking. It is definitely a sloppy Joe because, like I said, it's got some juice in there, but they're eating it up. What do you guys think of it so far?
Good.
Good?
Delicious.
Yeah? Is it sloppy?
Yes.
Do you need a fork?
5 stars.
Maybe after I eat it.
Okay, what's up, babe?
5 stars to 1. 10,000.
Okay, so they're gonna eat that up, but just another way to use leftovers. I thought since I didn't edit the video, I could sneak this one in. Okay, I'm gonna make the bacon chicken ranch. I'm gonna put a cup of water in. I used our freezer meals, but the footage that I had of it, the disc got corrupted. So anyways, let's do it again because it's super simple and the family loves this meal. So we're gonna put in, I have some frozen chicken. I'm gonna go ahead and put 3 pieces in there. Thanks. I have some cooked bacon here that was in the freezer. So I am just gonna kind of dice it up, and this is all I did in the freezer meal as well. This is one of the simpler freezer meals to make. Instead of putting it in the Instant Pot, I put everything except the cup of water into a freezer bag and then just put it away, and then I could save myself all these steps. In fact, the first footage from this was my son making it for me, which I'm so sad that we lost the footage because my back went out last month and I was basically FaceTiming him and asking him, can you get this out of the freezer? And here's how I'm gonna walk you through doing the Instant Pot. And so my teen was able to learn the Instant Pot a little bit better, and then the freezer meals just came in so handy, and he was able to get dinner on the table for the most part while Mom was down and out and not able to walk or do much of anything. So we're gonna put the bacon in. And then if you have a ranch seasoning packet, you can use that. I like to use the ranch mix. We make our own from Wellness Mama. So I'm gonna put in, I think I do like a tablespoon, and that's it. So in the Ziploc bag, when I'm making a freezer meal, it's just the 3 things I believe. I just put in the bacon, the chicken, and the ranch seasoning. You could put, I think like if you're making it, I think it's called like cracked chicken or something like that, a brick of cream cheese, but we were doing dairy free and we found that we like this meal just like this. It doesn't even need it. I mean, of course, cream cheese makes it even creamier and yummier, but this tastes just, I mean, my family likes it too. You could do salt and pepper and then garlic too if you wanted to, whatever you wanted to kick it up a notch. I'm just gonna leave it like this and get it on because we've got to get going. And then I'm just gonna put this on poultry, 27 minutes. I think that should be enough time. I have the Instant Pot on sealing, not venting. And this has ended up being like, I was meaning to put this in the slow cooker earlier today. I just forgot. So it's been like a week of Instant Pot, or this video I think is gonna be like Instant Pot meals also. Okay, here is the sandwich. You can buy hamburger buns if you want. I didn't want to run to the store, so we made some up. This is going to be for my oldest, and he's probably going to want some of this. This has been his new favorite right now, this Kinder's Honey Hot Barbecue Sauce. So I'm going to wait and see if he wants that on there. My youngest always wants ketchup if that's an option. And then this is for my daughter. I'm not sure if she wants anything or if she, you know, I'm waiting for her so she can let me know. But I'm just going to serve this up with some chips. Really simple, easy meal tonight. Again, we missed the veggies, so take off some mom points, I guess. But they're being fed, so that's good. So that's it. Thanks so much for hanging out and taking a look at how the meals came out. I hope that maybe give you some ideas, or at least you could see what these meals look like when they're done cooking them. Oftentimes I will do the freezer preps on here, but never come back in and show you what it looks like when we finally cook them up. So if you like this kind of video, if you want to see both the freezer prep and how we're cooking the meals, let me know down below. My kiddos are playing a video game, so I'm not sure if the noise is probably traveling up here, but they're okay. They're playing a video game and it's very exciting. Well, again, thanks for watching and hanging out with me today. And as always, if you don't know or you just need to be reminded, maybe the one to tell you that you are deeply and truly loved and so appreciated. Thanks again for watching.